shit house trick. And that's all they've done, so we still got this little network of evil pieces of shit around them that are spinning a narrative on setting up multiple profiles, just spinning narratives on him so it gets the followers all the same thing. Is he? Could he be? Oh, it may be. Oh yeah, what if? Oh, if not, not. Mate over there who have been mates with for 10 years working in journalism and that paper. It could be, you know. It mightn't be, you know. Story in there saying it may be, it couldn't be. When have you seen papers doing maybe, could be, no, yeah? It's normally yeah, no, isn't it? They don't normally leave the narrative up for debate, do they? And that's exactly what they're doing with this cunt. Look, he's been on the same pages and in the same books as the other firm anyway. You know, you've got to, when he's mixing behind the scenes with Robinson, English, all these weird people that are on the books. When I mean on the books, you know, they're getting paid by the other firm to just spin narratives. It's like Andrew Tate. You know, he's back in use. So, you know, when we're all locked down and you're seeing all this Russell Brand, all these Russell Brand, other podcasters popping up, Andrew Tate, Robinson was getting the attention, English, Atwood, all these little weird puppets popping up, getting pure attention while we're all locked down. Victims like me getting hung out to dry by them so they could create traction and all. That's what it was. You're seeing them now because they're coming for it again. They're going to move again. They're going to go with the same shit again. You've got America. I know we're going off the stalker here a minute, but you've got America possibly going into a government shutdown tomorrow. What that means is we're fucked, and it's going to impact here, and we might go into a government shutdown in a month. So what does a government shutdown mean? Yeah, you got it. Lockdown. That's what we're heading towards again. Who they bringing back into the foray to make us distracted? Yeah, the paid agents from around that time. Who are these? The Russell Brands, the Andrew Tates, the Robinsons, the other podcasters, all galvanising, getting ready. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's here again. Watch on your news in the next 24 hours. If the government in America shut down, give this country a month, we're in lockdown. It's the way it's going to be. They're going for it again. If you're not aware of your surroundings, you won't understand what the fuck I'm saying, but I'm well aware of my surroundings and I can see exactly the same shit as what happened about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, happening again. Exactly the same shit. Can't use. But anyway, not to scare you. That's just my opinion, my theory of what's going on the international stage. Back to our local communities and what he's doing to Mrs. Bulger and Mr. Bulger. It's horrendous, mate. It needs stopping. It needs calling out. Someone knows. Look, I'll tell you now. He is not. It is not him. He has spread this shit himself and he's using it. And he can confirm right now, today, he's not that. And it can be put to bed and it can be dropped out the media and the fucking mum and dad can go back to try and fucking breaking this loophole or something so they can name him. But he's just causing a madness for the family. A madness though. I don't know, got people saying, oh, you're so misinformed. Why? Because you don't watch the media. He's a fuck, mate. He's a fuck, lad. I've been telling you for fucking since the get-go. The people that run Britain run Israel. And you're still sitting there saying I'm misinformed, you silly cunt. So let's just jog you on like you think you're relevant, but you're not. So ta-ra. You're not relevant in here, are you, mate? Get out of here. How are you, Rick? It'll always... Anyway, we've had a boss week. Obviously been sick with this shit and whatever else was going because I couldn't eat. So, you know, when I was telling you a few months ago, I feel like I've discolated my jaw sometimes. So I feel like that's what happens. So I can't eat. So because I can't eat, I'm losing weight because I'm still training. Because I'm still training, I'm overtraining, exhausting myself, mental breakdowns and shit. So that's what I'm going through, I think. Another one. But the comeback's always better, mate. Do you blame me though? The amount of shit not being on the gym. 5 days off, kid. 5 days off the creatine. 5 days off everything, basically, mate. Yesterday started again. Yes, Insight Drop Media, Paulie, Greg, Michael, hope you're all well. Be quiet. That's in profile name. No, drink milkshakes. I've been drinking milk. It's the only thing I've been able to have. Milk and water. Got on the garlic and that. Don't worry about me, mate. I know how to be fucking fit and strong, mate. I've done it all my life. Just the last few years where I've been getting mentally battered by a gang of fucking horrible cunts. It unfocuses you. First thing that goes is yourself. You prioritise. It's like, you know, when people are trying to kill you, you end up in this mindset, I could be dead tomorrow. So you're sacrificing yourself on a lot of things. You know, you're going it's in and out, in and out. It's with everything now. You're not focused on the in. It's now being getting in. Fuck all them. I've got to start focusing on my health. My brain's going loose because my health's loose, basically. I know what it is, just got to sort myself out. Think about it, I've gone through madness from an early age, which is one stage of chaos. And then the climax to that is 12 years straight in prison, all different environments, all different personalities, characters, restrictions, violence, attacks, both defence and offence. That's 12 years, then I get out of that, boom, another stage of chaos, and here I am still in it. I haven't had a period of segregation. That makes sense? I survived the jail because I'd done seg. Not because I wanted to. We're in self-protection. You know, investigations and shit, get down to seg for 6 months. But them stints away from the chaos really fucking helped. So I know how much I can zone in when I get placed in a segregation unit. I just can't place myself in a segregation unit yet. I just can't get away from the chaos. It's mad. There's nowhere to go. So in this little room of mine, when I shut off social media, I'm just out the chaos. It's great. The minute I come on social media, I'm smack bang right in the chaos. But it's non-action. You know, it's non-action. It's verbal. Yeah, you know, your words are one of the most powerful things. Why? Because they can override your actions. Can't they? No. So look, you think I would have killed 50 people by now? Why? Because I've been screaming it. But look at my actions. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, understand your actions always impact more because it's on the eyes. No. Yeah, well look, You see the people that have seen me be violent, they know. Shh. The people that have heard of being violent don't know. That's why they get mouthy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the impact of the actions through the eyes on the mind is a lot powerfuler than people screaming shit all over the gaff, including myself. So judge me on my actions, not of the past, of the now. Judge me on my actions since I've been released from jail. Have you seen me kicking anyone's front door in? Have you seen me targeting anyone with physical violence? Have you seen me dealing drugs? Have you seen me possessing weapons? Have you seen me engaging in anything criminal since I've been in your mind, in your place, in your phone? You haven't. You see me screaming it. I'll do this, I'll do that. You haven't seen me do that. You haven't heard me threaten one person, intentionally one person, saying, I'm coming for you. You're fucked. One person I have done, I've knocked on the door. Do you get what I'm saying? And that was on camera. One person I've told, I'm coming to your door. And it was that Decker Heggie. And that's when no one would go near him. Anyway, the point I'm making is you need to start judging me on the actions. What do I do? Who do I offend if I do offend? What do I encourage? Am I harming anyone? Have I done anything to make you think I'm still like Darren from the past? What, just me words? Do you believe your kid when he's screaming and shouting he's going to burn your house down? You fucking should, because you will in 10 years. Yes, King of the North. And this is what I'm saying. Now you look up the people that are next to me, insulting me, judging me, spinning narratives about me, targeting me. Look what they're like in the last 10 years. Look at me in 10 years. Look at them in 10 years. Are they still harming people? Are they still going into prison? Are they still getting arrested for mad crimes? Are they still participating in substance misuse? Are they still not giving a fuck about victim impact? And this is what you're getting with all the people that target me. The sensible ones just keep their mouth shut. Don't they? Because they just don't want they don't want me screaming about their criminal connections, basically, so they just stay out of it. You don't even hear me mentioning them. When I speak on crime and organised crime, I speak on it collectively. I speak on it like it's a community. Like you speak on Muslims, I speak on gangsters as if it's the same sort of fucking cult, religion, group. Call it what you want. The way you put people into groups, I put you into good people and bad people. I don't know where the fuck I belong. Why? Because I've been both. I think we've all been both. I think there's always bad and good in people, and you learn off the bad shit to remain good, don't you? But I put you into bad people, and I'm looking at who's the bad people in your city. Let's think about it. It's not religious people. Religious people aren't bad. So let's think about it. Who is bad in your city? Well, let me put a few names, let me put a few things out there. Monsters that harm women and children. That's bad in my books. They're bad in your books. Okay. Dickheads that deal Class A drugs to kids. Is that bad? Yeah, that's bad. That's fucking horrendous for me. And when you just think about them too, everything that harms them too is horrendous, isn't it? So when you've got gangsters in your city that are doing more violent crime than anyone, destroying more families than anyone, creating more addictions and trauma than anyone else, I'm gonna tell you how the fuck it is. Committing more sexual offences towards young women and boys than anyone else. Why aren't you looking at this shit like they are? Why aren't you grasping the angle I come from? Your cities are fucked because of these organised crime groups that I speak about. They walk around your cities shooting your sons dead like they haven't got a care in the fucking world. And the kids that they're using to shoot your sons dead, they're getting lifed off, they're getting fucked up. While these shower cunts still float round to your nice restaurants in your city. Still sit with your MMA fighters who are connected to that world. You know, still get looked at like they're iconic in your community when there's about 3 kids doing life sentences over the last 20 years for that one prick. Does this not harm you? Do you not consider the kids that are lifed off? Do you not consider their families? Do you not consider their kids? Yeah? Full flow, the victims of these kids. If you live 2 miles from each other, what evil force has come in and made that kid at the top of the road kill the kid at the bottom of the road? Want to tell you? That fucking rat in the 50 grand car thinking he owns you fucking close. That's who. Everyone letting on to him. Oh, you're alright, you're alright. He's been getting kids shot. He's been getting houses burnt in your community for 20 years. Who are the good people in that situation? Who are the good people in your community? You can't even identify yourself as a good person, can you? Do you understand what I'm saying? You've not done fuck all to harm anyone in your life. You might be doing now. Why? Because it's contagious, the shit what's happening in your community. The mentality, it's a mind thing. You know, you'll have people that's never broke the law in their fucking life, all of a sudden they're willing to bang something in the porch. This is a lapse in the fucking morals, innit? But you've got pure fucking good people that can't come out and have a shout. Why? Look, you've got men my age, born on the same estate as me, on the Grisdale, surrounding areas. Grew up not liking what they were seeing coming from us, but they couldn't do fuck all. Why? Because we were violent, they weren't. We were criminal, they weren't. They had parents, we never. Well, we did, but they weren't controlling us or disciplining us the way, well, he over-disciplined us, that's why we went mad. But these same lads stayed at work. I've seen about 4 different generations of us. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You see the lads that are working on your estates, don't say much, just crack on with their life, look after the kids, do the work every day, get back home, have a nice house, stay out of the trouble as much as they fucking can. They've been working for 25 years. My age now, so I'm 46. You've had lads on our estates, all your estates, all our estates, that have lived on your estates for the last 40 years, stuck in a job, on the same estate. On that same estate, they've witnessed the next gang come in, lifed off, shot, injured, houses burnt, next gang. About 3 or 4 times they've witnessed that. You can't see it because you're locked in that space of bad people. The good people over there can see it, but they're not saying it because they're shit scared to start saying, "You're fucking up, you silly cunts," like I am now. You silly fucking bastards are fucking right up, sort your fucking heads out. Do you know how many lads there is on your estate wanting to say that to you, but they can't? Pure good men. Sat there just had to tolerate your bullshit for fucking decades, mate. Decades though, and it's getting worse. Why? Because the adults are not educating the youth. They're leading them, and they're fucked. Think about it. Look, in the social media world, you've got like your iconic fucking... You've even got them on here. Look at the stalker. Look what he's encouraging in the youth in. Do you get what I'm saying? He's adults leading pure kids astray across social media. It's probably his angle. But on your communities, you've got your drug dealers, you've got your violent kids, and they look like your MMA fighters, they look like your football players. Why? Because they do both. You'll have that naughty gang there going to play five-a-side every Thursday night on the pitch. But the shift and fucking pure weight round the city. Do you get what I'm saying? So your kids are looking at these fucking adults that know the kids are looking at us. Why? Because they're picking them off. They're picking them from their own families now. You know, nieces and nephews from years ago, from like 2010, and now fucking 21, and they're in the fucking game with my man, holding his phone, conducting his little firm here, getting him. It's fucking horrible what's going on in the city. It's horrible what's going on in the city, and no one can stop it. No one's even trying, are they? It's all about prevention and this. And all the law do come in with the cure. What's that? Lock everyone up. That's all it is. Be a PLO for a fucking mum that's lost a son. They could have prevented half of the deaths on your streets, the police. Honest, if they would have been using the right prevention methods instead of the ones they came in with. Look, you know, when he came in for us, he brought a whole different way of policing to the city. And what they used to do is keep the public on side and keep the criminals isolated. But for some fucked up reason, look, say you had a decent community. So see the Grisdale estate. Ignore what the papers were saying, you know what the media like. The estate was fucking, one of them estates, like, they always used to be like our estate, community driven, doors open, no one thieving, no one doing fuck all. But you had families like ours, 2 or 3 families on the whole estate that was fucking not engaging with the law, not doing what, because that was the difference. You had the people on the estate would do and conform and get on with it, and then our families wouldn't. Our mums and dads wouldn't get on with it, wouldn't engage with the system. So we just grew up like not part of the system. But what the police started doing was coming in and targeting the community. So it's like they were blaming all the other people in the community for this little pile of kids not behaving. And that's what they started doing. And they started doing that on every estate in Liverpool, punishing the community. And you don't understand the punishing yet, you know, but let's think about it. Say you've got 100 people living on this estate, and at the bottom of the estate you've got 2 people that the police don't agree with. And now it's 3 o'clock in the morning and the police want to harass them 2, but they're coming into your community in big loud engine vans streaming through your street, and you don't understand. This is deliberate. This is for using the street to get annoyed with them 2 at the bottom, so eventually they get kicked out. This is why they do it, and this is why your estates are getting broke down. You can handle them 2 idiots in the fucking corner. You can't handle the police turning up every fucking night, can you? them two in the corner, they're not really a problem. When some of the lads get up and go, yo, lower your music and that, it's Sam, mate, no problem. But the law can't tolerate them. So you're not getting disturbed off the two Scouse kids who've lived there all their fucking lives. You're getting disturbed off the fucking law. And when the law start coming in doing that, you start getting on their fucking case. Then there's disruption in the estate. They're not moving, lived here all my life. Now you're in a fucking mess because of the law picking on the community. That's why they brought in all these ASBOs years ago. You know, now with these ASBOs, instead of harassing and going up and down the street, they just come and use. I've had enough of you. Move out of that community, gone down there somewhere. Single mums with kids. Bang, gone. Left them in a mess in some place they've never been. It's horrendous what they've done to us. Completely destroyed our communities on purpose, haven't they? When you think about it. Remember? And the community were that fed up with the family when it was time for the climax of it. So look, you'd be on your community, you'd have a mum over there, used to get done in by the dad, dad's left, mum's struggling with 3 kids, whatever. But the community could tolerate them. But the kids started breaking windows on shops and doing whatever. Police are on them. Now the police are deliberately playing with this family. Why? Because the kids are easy targets, basically. So now everything that happens in the area, them 3 kids are first on the radar of the local bobbies. This is what it was like with us. Getting blamed for everything weren't even us. But it gave the opportunity for the feds to just keep on coming to this house. Anything that happened around, kids, started causing friction, social services are in on it, just disturbing it. Again, all this attention by the system going to this one house at mad hours, mad times, fucking loud knocks on doors, all this disturbing the community, makes the community go, them fucking kids, the fucking family. And because it's getting highlighted more with the presence of the law and mad hours of the fucking mad engines, it's riling you up more. So when the feds turn up, manhandling kids, dragging them out houses with social services, instead of you being concerned for the kids, you're relieved that they're going, and your sleep's going to get better, and there'll be less police on the estate. But what you'll notice within 6 months, you've got a new target off the law. When was the last time you seen your estate without law on it? Do you get what I'm saying? When they're turning up to take. And that's why our communities are being destroyed, mate. I remember it. Like they take a family out, and then you'd get a family you've never seen before in there that's not the same as you. Whether it was Polish or Ukrainian. But because these people were white skin, you didn't really understand the difference until people tried to speak to them. And then it was the Christian values that sort of bypassed the discrimination part of it all. And that was probably on purpose, wasn't it? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, that's just what's gone on deliberately within our communities for this big thing that you're seeing unfold right now when it comes to immigration and prioritising certain individuals and all the other stuff. While they're all killing everyone, we're all hating everyone. I'm not. I'm just trying to get through this fucking madness. I'm just trying to identify the good and keep my mind on the good. That's what I'm doing. Got to believe yourself in these times, lad. You've got to believe in yourself. If you're a young lad, you need to start believing in yourself. If you've got no beliefs, mate, you're fucked. Believe in yourself. Go in. You'll find something to believe in. Yes, Rick. I'm not going to go back on me Christ shout, although I should do every fucking day to encourage us. But I'll tell you, believe in yourself. What does that mean? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, trust me, and you'll find things, you'll find purpose, you'll be full. A lot of young lads out there, including men, there's a lot of men out there who are not believing in themselves. Everything's in doubt, isn't it? You know, they've done things to harm our mental well-being on purpose. And what's it done? They've sowed confusion. They've sowed confusion. And this is a tactic. When you've got people set in the ways, stuck in this way, and it's going, the only way to fuck that up is by sowing a seed of confusion. So all of a sudden we've always had in our minds man, woman, man, woman. And over the years they've slowly done little things to mess with you. I'm going, what are you on about? They haven't hit with it. You start you thinking over the decades, it's okay now in the Bible to do this, and under the churches, it's civil ceremonies, all this, so it's got you going, what the fuck are they on about? What are they on about? Then boom, all of a sudden you've got this man that looks like a woman and this woman that looks like a man. So what's that doing to the straight heterosexual woman and the straight heterosexual man? That's always been the case. What's that doing to us? Confusing us. What the fuck's going on here? Why is that type of man getting more support off everyone than us? The woman? What the fuck's happening? How come that man dressed as a woman's getting more support than us women ever have? So what this has done, without you realising en masse, is sown seeds of confusion. Everyone's a little bit, where do we belong? What the fuck's happening? Who's in control? What's in control? What's going on? This is all confusion. And while you're confused to fuck, they can start implementing new paradigms of thinking, new chains of thought, new narrative spinning. This is the way we've always been. This is the way it should be. This is how we're going to go to. And that's where they were going with it until a certain president kicked in and derailed it over there. But it still exists here. They're still sowing that seed of confusion, and they're using every tactic in the fucking book. And when you've got them people that's been at work in America doing these divisional fucking strategies that have worked for years over there, still working, you can see it all happening still. But with America, you're talking hundreds of millions of people in their population. And for you to control that amount of people, you have got to be next level psyops. You've got to know what the fuck you are doing. When we've got the same firm that's been controlling all the sheep in America, here in this little spot with millions of people, not hundreds of millions of people, you got to understand the effects it's going to have on us. How can it, look, you know when you put the heat, say you put a kilo of rice in the microwave and put it on for 5 minutes, it's going to take a lot more time for the heat to get in the centre and the flow to start coming back out, if you understand what I'm saying. But if you put 100 grams in the microwave, put on the same heat for the same time, it's going to burn, isn't it? So if you understand the thing I'm trying to point out there, if you've got a mad team of people that know exactly what they're doing to control the masses through the mind, in America, controlling hundreds of millions, that's like a kilo of rice. Do you understand? Then you've got our country, the same firm that's been working there, the same heat, the same power, has landed here because Trump's chased them. So they're all here now with Blair and Co and all this fucking cunts. You know your Bill Gates, your Soros, they're all here, aren't they? So all this shit's here now. Imagine the effect on the mind if they're using the methods they used on the American people. And this is what you're witnessing now right across our country. People fucking controlled by the mind. It's like that. It's like people are waking up and going, I'm going in that space and staying in there for months and then just locking off from everything in this madness. That's what it's like. I was thinking the way they speak about the cross. Well, they don't speak about the cross. They speak about left and right. And I'm always thinking, okay, left, right, left, right, left, right. But where's the centre beam? Who's this? Who's in there? Because it doesn't matter how you lie the cross down. It doesn't matter where you lie or stand it up. The centre beam always goes further. The centre beam always goes the highest. So what the fuck's this mean? Left, right? They never speak about the centre, do they? Keep yourself centred. Do you understand what I mean? Past, present and crystals. Keep yourself. See all these on the left and the right? There's a reason why they're stuck in the left and the right. They're meant to be. Stay here. You leave these cunts behind. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Trust me, see the cross? It's a whole new perspective for me, the cross, mate. Doesn't matter which way you put it. The people on the left, the people on the right are always going to be stuck. The only way you stop sticking is when you come into the centre again and just fucking flow. I'm good at theorising, but this is my little belief system. This is where I'm going with it. These are developing when I'm in my quiet times, when I'm thinking. Just judge me on my actions, mate. Butterfly. Ricky saying we can. Believe in yourself, mate. Yeah, so if you look right, if you look at the cross, and this isn't a religious thing, this is a symbolic thing. Excuse me, mouth now. This is a symbolic thing. You can see yourself struggling here, can't you, a little bit? So the cross, you had the feet at the bottom, didn't you? You had the arms, and you had the crown at the top. So why would you want to sit at the bottom, on the left, on the right, when you can sit at the top? There was less pain at the top, wasn't there? Why? Because he didn't put one through his brain, did he? I don't know, I thought it was just like his hands. Do you understand what I'm saying to you though? I'm not basing it on, I'm just saying that, like, the symbol of it. It's got meaning. But I don't think anyone understands the real fucking meaning of anything, do we? For some reason I just got this cross thing coming to me the last few days, and when I look at it more, the way I put it across, it just makes sense. Makes sense, like staying in the centre. Why would you want to be left or right when you can stay in the centre? Think about it. Alright, but look, say you turn the cross on the side. You're still stuck with the left and right and the centre. And you're still going to be stuck in the left and right from the centre. That makes sense? So no matter where you put the cross, upside down, that way, this way, that way, that way, you're always going to have the centre with more movement, with more travelling, if you like, than what you would in the left and right. Anyway, too early in the morning for that. For my spiritual journey. I'm not going to bring this with me no more. I can't really bring you with me on my spiritual journey. I can tell you to get on your own. What's a spiritual journey? Everything inside. Everything deep. What's not a spiritual journey? Everything on the outside. Everything shallow. If you're on the outside, you've got shallow everything. If you're on the inside, you've got deep everything. Deep compassion. No compassion. Go on your own spiritual journey if you want. Compassion. What does compassion mean? Let's have a look. Well, I've got a few things to do this morning, but it looks like they're out the window for now. Oh, what's the next big distraction? Halloween. When is it? We've got Halloween, mischief evening, bonfire night. A new type of ASBO order for the kids. Criminalised generations of them. Why? So they can't get the jobs and other people fill the jobs. To suffer together. Compassion literally means to suffer together. Among emotion researchers, it is defined as the feeling that arises when you are confronted with another's suffering and feel motivated to relieve that suffering. Compassion is not the same as empathy or altruism, though the concepts are related. Martyrdom. You can put all that in one thing. What is compassion vs empathy? So if you didn't know the difference, you're about to. I'm interested in why I'm here. Oh, well, let's just get rid of here. Because most people with the name Rick turned out to be some type of slick Rick. You know, slippery. Empathy is the ability to understand and share another's feelings. Empathy is when you've experienced similar things to the person you're speaking to and you can relate to it. While compassion builds on that understanding by adding a desire to help or alleviate suffering. So compassion is not your doctor going, oh yeah, take that pill. That's not compassion. Compassion is your neighbour. Is there anything I can do to help? Is there anything I can do? Do you need me to run the shop? I can see your legs in plaster. Compassion. Empathy is, I've broke my leg. I know how she is. I know what it's like breaking your leg. Compassion is going, I've had this experience. I know it's horrendous. Let me step in, make that experience better for them. Is there anything I can do? Do you get the difference? So you've got empathy, and compassion is like an extension of it. But again, it's words and thoughts and then action, isn't it? So empathy is like, I know what she's going through, or I know what he's going through, I've been here before. So empathy is you've had an experience, you're witnessing someone else have it, and you're feeling empathy towards them because you know what they're going through. The action to that is the compassion. So you know what they're going through, you know what helped you, you know the things that made, so you, and can he help you? This might help you. So empathy and compassion are two very powerful things to have. There was one word he hadn't heard. So let's get back to the one word he hadn't heard, which is altruism. I've never heard of that word before, you see, altruism. So let's just see what that word means. Probably a mixture of two, do you reckon? Altruism. The ism, no. When there's ism on the end of it, it's like skepticism, isn't it? You know, like there's... Let's see. Selfless concern for the well-being of others without care for one's own interest. Well, I know what the fuck I've been doing then. I've been calling it martyrdom, which is like an extreme word, but it's the same. Selfless concern for the well-being of others without care for one's own interest. Unselfishness. Well, I've been arrested with people and took her on the chin so they didn't get charged up because they never had a criminal record. I'd call that unselfishness, wouldn't you? Fucking damn right that is. But listen, we are who we are, mate. I've always give shit up and left myself in a mess. I've give coats away in the middle of winter and then having to go out in fucking tracky tops. So it is what it is, like. I think you have seen me do it sometimes. Sometimes you never see me do it, but sometimes you have seen me do it. So you that have been watching me for 8 years, what have you seen me do? Just think about that a little minute. What have you seen me do? Ignore what I've spoke about and what other people have spoke about. Since you've been watching me, what have you seen me do? You don't have to say it in the comments to me, you know, just think about it yourself. There's well enough examples of me being unselfish right through me content, if you get to see the content. So if I went through my laptops like the last 9 years content and I purposely wanted to clickbait like all the other fucking cunts, I could isolate like 50 incidents or something where I've give people stuff who are in very bad needs, and you can tell it's not me I'm just doing my thing, and then all of a sudden out the blue someone's popped up, can you help me? And I went, yeah. Jackets, hats, fucking this. But look, everyone misses it, don't they? Because the shit covers the good all the time, doesn't it? Until it gets washed off. Shit sticks, but it can be washed off. As everyone knows, mate. Scrub it hard enough, it disappears. Come out smelling like detergent. All the dogs loving you again. Look at him back on the scene. Fucking hell, how can I get in there? Look how clean it is. Fuck off, mutts. Yes, Donna. Angie B. I'm not asked. I'm not asked, mate. What's up with you, Jan? Charlie. Don't stop believing. But don't turn into one of them. Yes, Miss KLM. Believe in yourself as a man, young boy. Grow up feeling educated by a man. Your granddad. If your dad's a pisshead, don't even let him try and educate you, lad. Honestly, he's ruined. Not ruined in... I don't mean he's ruined, I mean like his way of thinking's ruined. It's not his fault, it's what's happened to all of us. We get set on this path of thinking, and if you don't snap out of it, you end up in a mess years later. Everyone. You'd end up drunk. Why? Because the path they're sending you on is full of worry. It's the worry that controls you through the fear of the worry, basically. If you haven't noticed that everything's controlled, nice one, Donna, with fear, isn't it? If you look around the world, you can see the people with the biggest army control the world. Or the countries with the biggest army make the most money in the world. Why? Because everyone's shit scared of them. Why? Because they've done very, very, very nasty, violent fucking things. So it's over the decades, 100, whatever, how many years, it's established this fear factor. So now everyone bows down around the world, don't they? It's the same everywhere, it's the fear factor. So, if you're worried, what are you worrying about? It's the fear of the worry coming true, isn't it? Okay, you're worried your dad might have a terminal illness. The fear of the worry is the terminal illness saying, yeah, concluded, he has got it. So you're worried he's had the test. Your fear is he's got it. So every worry has got its fear factor to it. Whether it's a good fear or a bad fear. Fear's good and bad. They just give it different names, only because it's different meanings. But fear can come in good and bad. You might be worrying, which is causing you a fear test results, your exam results. If they come in on top, that fear was great. But if they come in down, that fear was terrible, wasn't it? But it's the worry creates the fear creates the control, creates the thinking, creates the narrative, creates the way life goes. If they've got you thinking a certain way, well then that's it. It's the way they want you thinking, isn't it? If people want you thinking a certain way, they want you thinking a certain way, so you're on this path of regime and change and control and order and stop worrying. Feel free, I reiterate it all the time to you, Trust me, mate. Stop worrying. Have a day off. What are you worried about? What's fucking you up with worry this morning? Can't you just fuck it off? What are you worrying about, getting on work and work on time? Are you worrying about a doctor's appointment that's at 2 o'clock? Are you worrying that the kids have been late for school and the system might chat shit to you? Are you worrying that the wages haven't came in, you've got to make phone calls, your fucking head's battered because the bills are here and everyone's casing you? Fuck it. Take a step back. Just take a little step back. Chill out. Don't have a coffee. Have you thinking too fast? Chill out. Hell no. Darren is Prescott, classed as Liverpool. Don't see why not, mate. Why isn't it? Not by the feds. Probably won't be in 2-3 years. Why? Because that's what you're letting them do. While you worry about everything. Look how locked in they've got in your box. Yeah, so look. Do I worry? Yeah. I worry that all you soft fuckers can't see all this shit going on. That's all I worry about. What the fuck's happening? Am I losing a plot? Or are them fucking blind? I'm sticking with yous are blind. So I worry about shit. But I worry about shit out there. So I'm not locked in. You're sat in your living room and you're worrying about a bill. So you're sat in that thing worrying about a bill for that thing, which means you're already a layer before you stepped out your front door. So you've got this, and then you're probably worrying about your dog. I'm going out, but I need to leave food in the thing. So there's another layer before you've even... Look how locked in you are with worry. Doesn't matter how mild it is. Could be a little thin layer or a thick layer. Either way, you're building layers. And them layers are locking you in psychologically, which is fucking your insides up. You're locked in. You're putting a wall around your fucking frequency. It's backfiring. It's not going. It's backfiring. So it's coming in here fucking ruining you. Anxiety, depression, hunger issues, fucking... What's that? Worry. Okay, why haven't you ate your scrams yesterday afternoon? I was worried sick. What about? The doctor. Oh, sounds. Worry. Why haven't you gone out with the girls tonight? I was worried. What about? I didn't want to leave blah blah on her own. Okay. Worry. Locked you off. Never ate. There's two things just off worry. Isolated yourself and never ate. Imagine that every fucking day. Because that's what it does. That's what the worry does. It's like any paradigm of thinking. If you get used to thinking this way, you will always think that way. And it's horrendous for you to snap that paradigm of thinking. It's hard. It's like if you've grown up and your mum's always told you if he's bigger than you, hit him with a fucking stick. That's the paradigm of thinking. And every time someone bigger than you comes to hurt you or target you, you pick something up with a weapon and hit them with it. You've got to snap that paradigm of thinking before it damages you. It's the same with the worry. You've got to fuck the worrying off because it's damaging you. Every fucking one of yous. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how rich you are, how poor you are. You can see the difference in the people that are worried, and you can see the difference in the people that aren't worried. Look at the smiles on the fucking faces in the people that aren't worried, and then look at the fucking trauma on the faces of the people who are worried. You can see it. It's evident. Break that cycle of worrying, because it's trauma. You're worried about something, what? How I'm going to feel when I walk in here. Why? Something happened to me months ago. Okay, so you're worrying. And your fear is the same thing is going to happen again here. Are you going to live your fucking life like that? Because you're going to have loads of worries and you're going to have loads of fears and they never come fucking true. So you're just going to be going through without a climax. Worry, 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 worry. What are you going to do? You're going to fucking crumble with the weight, aren't you? Because that worrying gets heavy. Heavy shit, stressful. You know it does. You got a daughter, started sniffing cat on the sleigh without you understanding it. Now you've lost her to the streets and the clubs and she's gone on a mad one. You don't know where she is most of the week. Worrying your fucking life about it. What's it doing to you? This is what I'm saying. So just understand where I'm coming from, people. If your life's a fucking madness right now, remove some of the worrying. If you've got people you're worried about and you can't do fuck all about it, stop the fucking worrying. It's horrendous for you. It's going to ruin you. If you've got kids, it'll ruin them. Why? Because you're going to set them off from worrying at an early age. If you're a mum and your kid's there and you've got a dickhead boyfriend or whatever he is, and you're there and your kids are watching you get worried because dad's coming home. Not excited. Excited's different. Excited all fucking day. Why? It's a high vibe. Worried. Locked in. Oh shit, what you gonna do? Your kids are picking this shit up. Instead of your kids getting excited in a couple of years because dad's coming through the door, they're getting worried. Shit, what's dad gonna say? How dad's gonna react? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's the worrying. I know I'm back on the subject, but I think it's valid shout. Like, get rid of your worries. Imagine the worrying that Stalker is putting the bulges through. Alright, say the bulges haven't seen the monster since the court date, and they don't know what the monster looks like. And then you've got the Stalker getting lashed across everywhere because he wants it to happen, as if it could be him. Imagine the worry of the fucking... Imagine the bulges. Imagine how concerned and fucking worried about, is this the fucking cunt? Is it him? They mightn't know. So, you know, the first question when I came on my live this morning was, what's this about him? And it is what it is. What that Stalker is doing, Sam Walker, what he's doing to the parents of James Bulger right now, and has been for the last fucking, I don't know how many fucking years. But he's gone low as you can go here, people. I don't know why you can't see it. He has gone as low as you can fucking go. Do you know what that's like for them parents? I don't know how they're feeling. I'm just guessing. Imagine they don't know. And they're looking at this media fucking narrative that's getting spun by his firm. So imagine the parents don't know what he looks like. And now you've got this fucking scouser thrown all over the papers as if it could be him. You know what that's like for them parents, I think? It's like waiting for a guilty plea at the trial. It's the same. You've got to understand the traumatic effect it's going to have, this shit, if the parents aren't aware of who the real fucking person is. Do you get what I'm saying? They'll be hanging. Is it him? Is it him? Is this the cunt who we've been trying to expose for fucking years? But the point I'm making on all this is he knows it's not him. He knows he's not. He can produce a photo tomorrow. He can produce a date of birth. He can produce a birth certificate. He can produce everything you need to know. He can produce in an hour. And he's refusing to do so. He's just a fucking horrible, weird kid. Dirty, devilish-minded rat. That's what the Sam Stalker is. How you can't see past what he's doing after everything he's put on a plate for you over the last 18 months to see how much of a fraud he is, how much of a dirty, horrible... He's just horrendous. This How the fuck he can sit there and let this get dragged through the fucking mud, not considering the victim himself, young James, and his parents and his family and his siblings and everything else. He's horrible, him. What's he, what for? Gifts? What's he saying? Prove it. This is what I don't know. I got a fucking... He's screaming, prove it. What, you think I'm in? Prove it. What are you doing, you monster? The fuck are you doing? You're not even that. Look what he's getting fucking... Look what he's excited. Look at the topic. Look at the severity of the... Look at the severity of the offence. Look how gruesome it was. Look how brutal it was. It was a child. Look at him reveling in it. Is that not a sick pup to you? I don't mean sick and he can fucking kill you. I mean he's just a fucking... He's fitting the MO. He's fitting the MO of the fucking kid, isn't he? But it's not him. He fits the mindset of the kid that's done this, but it's not him. It's like he's a fantasist. It's like he's weird, him, you know. Look, you know when you've done a lot of jail, and this is fact, this, people, and whether you like this or not, this is just how it is. See me, I've done little bits of jail, but then got a long one. So I was in jail for over a decade in one stint, right? Now, while I've been in jail for one stint for 12 years, from 2004 to whatever, 2016 is when I got out. So if you look at that stint, he has been in and out, I don't know how many times, right? Pure times. That way of doing your jail, you ask anyone that's done jail, them sure little daft jail sentences for thefts, criminal damage, spitting at birds, harassments, all this does more damage to your fucking brain than any long-term sentence ever will do. And that's just a fact. So when you've got weird kids like him that's gone through the system like he has, you've got to understand how severely fucked they are in here. I know. Trust me, mate. He is nasty. Look, think about the dog. Think about the dog, like, look how long he carried it out for. Emotionally manipulating people. He's got the same here. He's got a very emotional, traumatic event in the history of Liverpool. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's unanswered questions by the parents. They've been trying their hardest since I've known them, since I've become aware of it all, to try and get the name released of the person, because they don't know who he is, but they know he's here. So imagine them sitting there in the last 4 months while this horrible rat, this fraud, this narcissistic, weird person he is deliberately using the traumatic situation in their life to galvanise sympathy on social media. It's what he's doing it for. To keep the traction, it's just fucking disgusting the more you think about it, like. If you've got, think of the mental torture them parents are going through thinking, is this him? Them parents have been battling for 2 decades or something, spending thousands and thousands, always trying to raise money to find out and battle the system to get this rat's fucking name released. They don't know him. They want to know who he is. All of a sudden, you've got some fucking... And don't forget, these parents, when everyone's going viral speaking on their son, they must get to see it. So these parents, over the years, have watched this cunt speak on this from jail. He went viral speaking about it from jail, speaking one of the perpetrators, didn't he? So then parents over the years have always had this cunt interjecting into their space, speaking on their son's fucking murder. You know, was he invited to speak on these? You wouldn't get me just speaking on that consistently. I've done unsolved murders about adults and Lucy Hargreaves and all this, but I've done the content and left it. I don't keep on, when I'm going dead on social media, bringing the story back up, because, you know, speaking on it brings a little bit of traction towards them. Makes you sick, mate, doesn't it? It makes you fucking sick, like what he's doing there. The whole story's horrendous. Whole story's horrendous. So years ago, we were in Dyson Hall, me and Danny, we got put in care. When we calmed down a little bit, they let us fucking get out for the day and shit like this, and give us bus tokens to travel where we wanted, but we had to be back at a certain time. And the route I'd take home would be through Wally Hall Park and that way towards Fizzackley fucking cemetery, and through the cemetery to Dyson Hall that way. So I always, and Osty, James Riley, Terence Riley, they were from Walton at that time. They had family in Scotty, but they all lived in Walton, and their family was a little bit scatty. They had problems, they were in the care, they were in the YP system, Osty and that. You know, because the mum and dad were like, the mum and dad were like professional thieves. So Osty's mum and dad were professional thieves. And back in the day, professional thieves got harassed by the police and social services and all this, and they broke the families down and shit. So fucking Osty and that always, you know, in Walton Park, they always played on the rally. They always cut across the rally when they were going on the thief, because they were like the Mar and Dar thieves, boss thieves. You know, they went in the Mars and Dar's footsteps, they could thieve whatever the fuck he wanted. Him, Gunyon, Terence, Wes White, Conroy, little firm of thieves used to always go out and do thieving. From an early age, when they got older, they got better at it. So we knew Osty. Danny used to live with them. Danny used to fucking hang around them. Used to build base with the Mar and Dar, Danny, on the fucking pipe. But like his sister, Natalie Riley, used to always be on our estate when she was younger, when she first started on the fucking stone and ended up on the game. So we knew them since the kids. And what's happened is they've been on a little mad one, Riley and that, on a graft or something, been somewhere, cough for a little raise out of a shopping centre, been on the way home or something, and come across young James Bulger. Found him. And they were ragged into custody. They were ragged in because they found him, reports, and then them three got ragged in. The families got destroyed. The whole city thought it was them. Oh, fucking give them shit. And then they just got left to their own devices. No therapy. You had social services intervening because the Mars were criminal, but they weren't intervening because these lads had just found this mad shit. They didn't step in and go, social services, we need to get you therapy, you have found this mad shit. They just left them to fucking rot. Eventually, I think Osty got found in a police station, dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this was 3 years ago, 3 years ago, James Riley got found dead. Terence Riley's just in and out of jail all his life. He's doing double figures now on the Encro chat, I think. Steve Gunyon, same, in and out of jail all his life. But that's a story, that's a story on the same lines of Lucy Hargreaves, Rhys Jones. Do you understand what I'm saying? Children. The latest one, Olivia. How many more examples do we need of young children being fucking... Anyway, you got to just like, some Scousers just make me feel ashamed to be a Scouser. And I've probably got people saying, probably got legitimate people, I mean full wholeheartedly legitimate Scousers saying, because of me, cunts like him make me feel ashamed to be a Scouser, and I fucking fully appreciate it. And I've been a cunt in my past, so I can fucking acknowledge where you're coming from. But amongst the shit I've just come away from, honest to God, it's just like, wow, where's your morals? Where is it? Where's it gone, lad? Where's your honour as a Scouser? It's fucking horrible, mate. You'll have Scousers sitting there watching what the stalkers do and thinking, oh, he's gonna fucking kill him, look at him. Clever bastard him, he's gonna fucking make bruises on the back of this, look at him. Intelligent little... No, he's a fucking rat. That's not clever, that's not intelligent, that's a fucking manipulative, horrible, scheming rat. And if you think what he's doing there is a money move, is a power move, you're just a fucking rat like him. He's bouncing on the trauma of two parents that, in my beliefs, haven't got a clue who the perpetrator fucking is. And they've been trying for 20 years to find out who he is. Now you've got this fucking ball bag screaming across social media, prove I'm not. Prove you fucking not. Do you understand the offence you've got attached to your name, you weird horrible cunts? It's the fucking brutal murder of a child you're revelling in. You're a scumbag, mate. You deserve all that shit on your face. You deserve more. You deserve it again. You deserve it again for what you're doing to the Bulger family, lad. You need to get your fucking shit and put it out there and tell everyone you're not the I'll tell yous now, people. He is not the kid that's killed this fucking baby. He's using it like a fucking... Wow. The more I think about it, the more it's starting to annoy the shit out of me. So I need to stop thinking about it. You know, what he's doing to that family whilst in trauma, he's going to feel horrendous. It'll all come back to him. Everything, he hasn't learned, has he? He's just not learning, so it gets worse from here on in. It gets worse from here on in. You see the injuries he's had, it's all external. You know, it gets deeper. Look, you know, when the only thing, as I said earlier on, look, the only thing that makes him, he's a full-blown fucking scumbag anyway. But in this situation, the only thing that makes him not a rat in this situation is he's in communication with the parents. And like I said earlier on, the only 8 ball here in this whole situation for him, the only 8 ball for him to get out of this, he can't get out of this. What's he going to say at the end of this? Oh yeah, look, there's my ID. Alright, so why didn't you get the ID out fucking 6 weeks ago? Why didn't you get the ID out fucking... Why have you dragged it? Why have you dragged these parents through the fucking shit for months when you could have just went, yeah, here's me. It's going to prove me point about him again, isn't it? But the only screwball he's got, like I said earlier on, the reason he's doing this is because he's had permission off the parents to do this. Because the parents have been battling the strong arm of the law for 20 years and they can't get through it. But there's a loophole there where if you've got a mouthpiece screaming about the identity of this, putting it out there like it could be and mightn't be, then it brings it to the public's interest. And now it's again in the public's interest to look at this. It opens the gate for the parents to go back into court and go, now it's in the public's fucking interest, we want to know the name and the identity of them. But I can't see that being the case. I can't see that being an 8 ball. Do you understand what I'm saying? Screwball. Definitely not. Definitely, I can't. If it is, we're good on the parents, but I can't see it. The parents probably haven't even. We shouldn't even be speaking about the fucking parents, should we? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm on. This is what the cunt's doing, lad. He's a fucking rat, him. We all know this. People over here, we know. People in the centre, we fucking know, don't we? You don't have to be on a side. Not about me or him or him or him. I haven't even got a competition with him. He's no competition to me. Wealth isn't life to me. Wealth isn't what it's all about. When it comes to being a man, when it comes to being a wholehearted fucking man, he's half a man. You'll never ever be like me from him. Ever. We can all earn to get a nice car. We can all look to get the same coats. We can all look to it. But inside, there's a big difference. Massive difference. And the only difference that matters is what's going on inside. Trust me. If you're shallow, if you're ruined, if you're in bits inside, you're fucked. It's end of. Doesn't matter what your car is. Doesn't matter what the shit is. And that's what you're witnessing with people like this cunt. Pure evil. Give me. It's all he is. Even when he's giving back, it's to make you give him more. You know, it's like an investment to him. He's not investing in property. He's not investing in something over there. He's investing in yous, knowing he's getting a good return back off yous. Does that make sense to you? Look, I'll go out because I'm skint. I've had me watch taxed, I've had me face cut to fuck. I've had everything I fucking earned in the last 2 years basically whipped off me, including me Bitcoin. Yeah, I've got a bit of dough back. Why? Because the last 6 months I've targeted Darren Gee. I've jumped on this bandwagon again and I've earned pure dough through gifts. 15 ton a day sometimes. So I've got a little bit of dough behind me, but I still haven't got enough to get myself a big fat watch again like the other watch that got robbed off me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out with the money you've gifted me. I'm going to go and spend £1,500 on a shit watch. And then I'm going to raffle it to yous. And then all yous are going to end up giving me 7 grand for this watch I paid 15 ton for. So now I've just invested in yous to manipulate you, to make me rich again. And that's what he's on a money scheme. And this bulger thing that's kicked in is perfect for him. It's like a faith. It's like 4 or 5 months of constant interest, pure gift and matches. All this ego getting built up, getting rich. More raffles in the process with his little team. 6 months down the line, you'll see him being gangster again. Have his watch back on, talking to everyone like he's better than them again. He's fucked in his horrible little brain. And I do know how he's getting away with it, because he's been working with the feds for time. There's a reason why his platforms never really get shut down, and the minute they do, the algorithm's getting pushed right onto them. There's reasons for this, lad. You know, if I was a homosexual, I'd be getting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. There's a reason why I don't get them, people. It's a boys' club over there. Fuck that. I'd rather sit with the fucking ladies, mate. Telling you. Honest. I'd rather sit with a firm of fucking women than a firm of fucking half-breeds. Therefore, imagine how uncomfortable you'd be. When you're a real man, you know the tendencies of man. Just because they're half man doesn't mean they haven't got the same tendencies. They just haven't got the control. They haven't got the control us men have got. They haven't got the control of their emotions. They can't control their urges. They can't see situations and go, hang on, doesn't matter how drunk I am, how much drugs I've had in my system, I'm not going to use that as an excuse to go too far with this woman. That's a real man. Half-breeds can't control themselves, end up with fetishes, end up with perversions, end up looking for the younger ones all the time. Real men like the powerful woman. like the woman of their generation. Don't like this new breed. Why can't handle this new breed? Do you get what I'm saying to you? Raise your young boys to be proper fucking men. Where does that start? In here. How they perceive things. Young boys need to be getting taught, not by Andrew Tate's or Tommy Robinson's. You know, they need someone like Still Ryan. Young, intelligent, educated fucking kids without a backbone in the fucking body, stick up for women and kids and everyone. Instead, we've got societies thinking empty-headed men are the men of machoism. You know, you've got dickheads like Andrew Tate, who the media have put on a pedestal, like he represents man. Like he represents man and the moral compass, when he fucking doesn't, and you fucking know he doesn't. But there's a reason why they want your kids on that fucking path. They don't want your kids to be able to form long-term relationships with beautiful women. They don't want your young men looking through the eyes of that woman and searching within and seeing if this the one for them. They want them looking at the fake shit that's on the chest. They want them looking at all distractions, taking them away from the eyes. The real beauty is within the eyes of the beholder. And your kids aren't getting taught this. Your young men aren't being taught that. Especially within our communities. You know, you've only got to look within the Muslim community. And a lot of yous criticise that these young girls like to dress in these ways. But a lot of these girls have found powerful fucking husbands. Why? Because of the beauty in the eyes. There's only one man ever seen that woman undressed. And it's the man that's seen the beauty in the eyes. Yeah, you've got your extreme shit over there. I'm talking about real people. I'm not talking about bad people. When I'm referring to good stuff, I'm talking to real people. I'm not talking to the bad stuff. Doesn't matter what side you're on, it's all fucking bad. Doesn't matter what religion or what culture you're from, it can be bad. And then in the middle you've got good. And your boys aren't being taught this. Your boys are getting taught like, oh, I'm watching boxing. Oh, and then you get this slapper, bang on, carrying a fucking num. She gets thrown round the coach room. You know, everyone's banging it all year. But now we've got her, and your kids are watching her. And while they're watching this ring girl do a fucking walk around the ring, all the men are going, buzzing like she's beautiful. Your boy of 6 and 7 and 8 is thinking that's beautiful. They're chasing the wrong fucking dream straight away, aren't they? Think about it. Your sons are chasing Jordans. And every young girl I set off on a path looking like fucking Jordan. Look what they look like now. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Young men need to realise the beauty of women, not the sexiness of it. It's different, isn't it? Every woman can be sexy if you know where the beauty lies. Everyone. Everyone. You search for the beauty before the sex. Young lads need to be taught this, but they're not. Why? Because they don't believe in themselves. They've got to act aggressive. You know, they've got to show I'm confident instead of being confident. And this is what these fake dickheads are doing to your sons. These Andrew Tates and these Tommy Robinsons. It doesn't matter. They're idolising a lot of young lads in different mentalities. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, it's different examples of machoism for men. The media have put every example of man in place. Your kids are watching who the media have put in place. It weren't so long ago we had a skinny kid who weighed about 8 stone, wore skin tight jeans, skin tight shirts with his shirt open with loads of chains. He had earrings in, he had long fucking hair. And the media and everyone around the world put him out there like he is an example of machoism. Russell fucking Brand. All the women love him because he's macho. He's not macho, he's got long hair like a bitch. What the fuck are you on about? Do you get what I'm saying? But look what they've done. Look at all your kids running around with ponytails and shit. You think that's normal? You need to get with the programme, people, and understand what the fuck's happening. And all these fake prophets and all these fucking helmets that the media are putting on these pedestals for your kids to follow. They're all paid agents and they're all sending your kids down paths of no return. Your kids are getting led down to paths of no return, and down them paths is either psychological damage or physical, and both. And there's loads of paths, and all them paths, you know where they all exist? Every one of the paths your kids are getting involved in, you know where they exist? On the left and the right. Not one of them paths exists down the centre. Not one of them. Telling you. Think about it, lad. Think about who controls the world, who controls the narrative, who's always control the world and who's always control the narrative, who's always wrote history and who always rewrite history. It's the media. So when the media are all of a sudden paying particular attention to certain individuals, deliberately bigging them up, deliberately giving them platforms, deliberately putting them in front of big anchors that are well known right round the world. So look, why are you putting Piers Morgan on a platform with Tommy Robinson? Why? There's reasons for this shit, people. They make them, they create them, they give them the stage, then they get the narrative that they've got to spin, and every one of them have got different angles of narratives. Tate's coming from here as if he doesn't speak to Robinson, but behind the scenes they're like best mates. Call it what you like, but he's got a narrative. Now these people that have got the millions of views can reach out to your Englishes, your Atwoods, and go, yo, want to earn a little wage, jump on it, If they're thinking the same, this is how it works. So you'll get these big plants like your fucking Andrew Tates and other individuals like him, and they'll get the algorithm thrown at them. They'll galvanise all the minds of your kids, start spinning a narrative that they want them to, and they've locked them, that's it. Your kids are on a fucking road to nowhere, listening to a dickhead that's never had the substance, has probably watched loads of other people, got loads of knowledge off older other people, not experienced much in his life, but speaks on shit like he's experienced. Listen, Andrew Tate, or 1 minute there's no such thing as depression. Or why? Because you've not experienced it. So because you've not experienced it, millions around the world are just acting mad. And this is what you're dealing with. A dickhead that's shallow with no substance at all. If he did that, he wouldn't have earned his money on the back of the chest of young girls, would he? So think about what you're fucking delivering to your kids when you're letting them see these false prophets. And they're all over the fucking place. And it doesn't matter what sport and icon they are. It doesn't matter how close in your community they are. There's a difference. They're rich, you're poor. The rich will always work together. Why? Because if they don't, they end up poor. Once they've been rich, they can't be poor again. Why? It's that material thing. It's that comfortability factor. It's like criminals. When they've got all the money, they'll snitch on you. Why? Because they can't lose it. They're fucked now, they're stuck. So don't like sit there and think, oh, Tyson Fury wouldn't do this. Why wouldn't he? Oh, Conor McGregor wouldn't do this. Oh, why wouldn't he? Think about it. Why have you got the most powerfulest building on the fucking planet entertaining Conor McGregor, who was a coke sniffing gangster's run around for the majority of his fucking life? Why the fuck are they entertaining him? Why? Because he's going to be spinning a narrative in a year or two. He's going to galvanise loads of young men looking at him, and he's going to spin a narrative. Well, let's think about it. Ireland's about to be took by Trump's firm, isn't it? And that's why they're speaking to McGregor. They don't give a fuck about the allegations against him. They don't give a fuck about what he's been through or who he's been associated to. I told you a year or two ago, they're probably going to pardon Daniel Kinahan on the back of what's going on with Conor McGregor here. Why? Because they need him for the input into Ireland. They need him for the input into Ireland. What did they need Andrew Tate for? For the input into Great Britain. Why? Because the government that's in power now are not backing America and Israel no more. So Israel, all the people that we're threatening to put into jail under Biden, your Andrew Tates, you know, who fell foul. There's a reason why my man jumped a Muslim. Do you get it? It was in the face of them. Now they're all in need again. Why? Because we've got to influence British politics. Why? Because Starmer and co aren't with us no more. So all them little divisionalists you're going to see get put to the front of the algorithm. It's like the same people that run Israel and the media companies around the fucking world have now just took control of TikTok. You know, they've purchased it. The Israeli government has purchased TikTok and they own TikTok. So when you've got Netanyahu screaming, every one of yous have got a bit of Israel in your hand. Everyone thought he meant there was a little bit of metal in the phone. I think what he was referring to is TikTok now. You've got the narrative, you've got the algorithm. If they want Tommy Robinson to go through the roof on here, they'll make him go through the roof. Why? So we can get more minds involved. Why? So as protests get bigger, what does that do? Destabilise the country more. The country's destabilised, they can put their figures in. They can put their people into power. They can put their people into places of power that you just know aren't credible to run the fucking country. But they'll put them in power. Why? Because it's their people. And loads of you won't understand that, the dynamics of that, but that's how it's working. You know, you've got fucking major politics at play here. And it's running in levels, depends what mindset you're in. It's like they give you it in different perceptions. It's weird. So if you're thinking up here, you're going to see Trump and Tony Blair together. But then if you're thinking down here, you're going to see Starmer arguing and saying I don't support Palestine, and Trump saying I support Palestine. So when you gut to thinking, you just think, oh, there's mad division with Starmer and Trump. But when you're not gut to fucking think, and you're thinking up here a bit, you can see the dynamics a bit more clearly, can't you? But at the bottom, so you see Tony Blair apparently going to be the new owner of Gaza alongside fucking Trump and other people. Well, it's not apparently, they are. There's nothing the world can do. There's nothing the world's ever been able to do. And all you're seeing is the fruits of their labour. Meaning these cunts that's done that to Palestine and that. So you've got, at the top, you've got Tony Blair, you've got Trump, you've got them planning what to do with Palestine and Gaza. But down here, for the gutter thinkers, you've got Tony Blair's, what you call him, you know, Starmer is walking in the footsteps of Tony Blair. Tony Blair got Starmer into the Prime Minister position. Tony Blair got him into politics 10 years ago. Tony Blair funded him right through his process of becoming a fucking politician. You know, he's Tony Blair's man. So in the gutter, you're seeing Tony Blair's man scream at President Trump, but up there you've got him, his boss, sitting with President Trump. It's fucked, isn't it? So basically, you've got Israel running the world, whether you fucking like it or not. Now, in the Western world, when you're looking at NATO and Europe, you've had some mad shit going on in there, and they've been able to get away with it for ages because you've had Biden and co in fucking thing, yo. Trump's got in the fold now. And the only thing that's prevented whatever the fuck was happening really going down is Trump getting into the fold. Now he's in the fold. We don't know what way he's going to bend, does he? But what you're going to see in this country now, they can't really use the fucking people in that country now. Why? Because Trump's in. So they can't have your Will Smiths. They can't have your Rihannas. You can't have all these like M&Ms and all these fucking people doing the shit for them. So they brought them to our shores. And what have you seen? What have you seen since Trump got in power like 16 months ago? All the American shit landing on our doorstep. Why? Because you've got them all here. All of them. Spinning the narratives. And other psyops. Ruining your fucking kids. Think about it. And they're going to have individuals from within your community, and you're going to think, nah. Look, you see AG, is that his name? You see that DJ? You see that DJ that just got his little sound box out in London a year ago, had about 4 people following him, and then 2-3 years later, bang, he's got all these American hip-hop stars that ruined us with the bullshit years ago all of a sudden on the streets in London. Do you understand what Will Smith done? Listen, you see Will Smith, do you understand what he done to the black communities in America? They speak about it today because he's a man now. But you had this thing called Prince of Bel-Air, and he was in it. And on the back of that, you had thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of young, aggressive, intelligent, strong black men start talking like fucking women. And that's what he done. Feminised the black lads. That's what he done. That was his move. No one likes to believe that, but that was his whole fucking move. So that was his whole... That's why he was an Hollywood star. Do you get what I'm saying? And you get people like that who were still on the books, and now they're all landing in this country. All of a sudden you've got Will Smith on the streets in London next to a DJ kiosk with some kid called AJ, and you think it's all natural. This is normal, is it? You've got one of the most well-known Hollywood actors in the whole fucking world just landing on the streets of London with some fucking kid who he's never met singing a song from what he conditioned us with years ago. The same tracks that he used in America years ago was exactly the same tracks he was singing on the streets of fucking London to thousands of kids. Just feminising all the boys to fuck. Aren't they? Feminising them to fuck, mate. Yes, Sarah. That's why I keep on screaming at you, mate. Encourage your kids to protect their manhood. Your young lad's most important thing in his whole fucking growing up period through his junior, his teenage years, is to protect his manhood. Once he gets out of his teenage years, his manhood's protected basically. Why? Because the predators target them when they're in that little confusion. Every young lad, when it comes to puberty and shit like this, they go through a little element of confusion. You know, there's a chemical imbalance going on in there, and it'll level itself out if it's allowed to. If it's not allowed to, and you've got a predator preying on that confusion, because they're men, they know the process just like I do. If you've got a man preying on that confusion, your kid can start batting the other way, because this cunt knows how to do it and how to work on him. Now, I'm not sitting here saying you can't be born that way. What I'm saying is there's lots of young lads who are not born that way. Loads and loads and loads. You might look, you've got parents justifying their actions with the children, saying he was born this way, I recognised it and I knew it was. And you get the lads and the girls saying, yeah, I was this way. That sounds, that's absolutely fucking fine, I'm not knocking that. But in the same turn, you've got loads of young girls and loads of young lads who are getting to 13, 14, 15 and being preyed on in their confusion when it surrounds the puberty years. You've got women and men preying on these young girls and boys, knowing these weren't born this way. These are straight young girls and men, but they're in that confused state and they're getting preyed on. That's when I'm screaming about it. Doesn't mean I say, yeah, okay, they was born that way. Just saying, I've got a problem with you saying that. It is what it fucking is. But when you've got young girls and boys who are confused, and you've got adults over 18s preying on them, converting your sons into this way of being, converting your girls into this way of being. And what's happening is, because without you understanding it, we're being Islamified. The country's being Islamified. I've got no objection with it, mate. I can't hear the arse getting caught up in all that bullshit. But the point I'm making is, without you understanding it, alongside this process, they're putting things in place without you understanding they're getting put in place. So we're all screaming about woman-only zones. And we've done it because you've had men going into women's areas. So now we're starting to scream, we need women-only zones. Without you understanding this is a side thing that they're putting in play. Why? Because in Islam, you've got men-only and women-only places. So instead of them telling you this is why we're doing it, they've used a little thing over here to make the conversation surrounding women-only spaces more prominent, more relevant now. Why? Because there's more danger towards women when women are mixing with men in these places and going to gyms and going to changing rooms and mixing with men and da-da-da-da-da. So they made this big fucking hooray about women-only spaces in gyms, which is granted, but you've got to understand it was deliberate. You know, they brought these weird men out into the middle of everyone to confuse us all. They had these weird men going into women's changing rooms to make us start going, hang on, protect women more, men shouldn't be allowed. So now you've got really stringent procedures that are going to be put in place which prevents men going near women in women areas and women not going near men in other areas. And what you'll see is the councils that are predominantly Islamic will adopt these procedures that are in place and lawful, and then the places that aren't won't. But the way the mind, the masses, the tolerance to that lowers is by they implement it in like fractions. Let's do this, bang. Now we've got it in. Now we can align it. Which is not a bad thing, because you've got loads of girls that feel unsafe. You've got loads of girls that have got complexes with their bodies. You've got loads of girls that would never ever get changed. You got girls that don't get changed, you know, they get changed back at home and all this sort of stuff. So I'm not saying it's not good to have women only places, because there's monsters everywhere, of course it is, but the point I'm making is it's the way the powers that be are implementing it for the final like the climax of what they're doing. And if you can't see it, you're fucking daft. If you can't see what's happening in this country, you are fucking daft. Yeah, Sonny Bunny, Johnny, hope you're all good. Coming up to 9:15 now. So we're starting to make me music in the last week. Bought this thing, but it's got no fucking software in it, and the software's way it boosters. So I've got to take that back. Anyway, it's been interesting, hasn't it? And I said to myself, on this new version of Darren Gee that's being created right before your eyes, I'll just do a few hours, come off, instead of burning my head out. But I'll just have a little bit of food first. Grace P saying, but yeah, there's a lot of fish. It's all about control, my mate. What are they trying to control? Your mind. How do they control your mind? With worry. How do they create worry? With everything you're fucking seeing right now. Depending on what you're worrying about, depending on how trapped you are. See, I can't even eat that properly. So I can talk, look. When I try and eat, it's like fucking can't. So I reckon I've been escalating my jaw, you know. Without me knowing it. How would you control anxiety? Any tips? Stop worrying. Straight up, mate, stop worrying. That's the remedy. The gym doesn't stop you worrying. It just takes your mind off the worrying. So it might alleviate your anxieties for a few hours, but you'll find you need more gym the next day. Why? Because you're anxious to fuck. Why? Because you're still being worrying. Meds and fucked off drinking drugs, but you'll be able to refer back and see that before them powerful feelings of anxiety, you felt little periods of mild anxiety, and over the months or the years, them little feelings of mild became more intense. And what happens is, when you're worrying about shit, you have a worry, you get a little bout of anxiety off the worrying. But then, more worry. So that little bout of anxiety off one worry has now got 5 worries on it. So now they're more intense. You're not solving the worrying. You're not dealing with it, getting rid of it. You know, you've got a lot of unknown situations that haven't been concluded, which has got you in worrying mode until they're concluded. Without you understanding it, it's like stress. You're highly fucking stressed, but because you've been living in the highly stressful conditions, you don't realise you're highly fucking stressed. Now you've got more stress on, which is making that stress heavier, more intense, more effective on you. Same with anxiety. You know, you've got to worry about your money hasn't been transferred. Now you've woke up in the morning, your money's not being transferred. 2 hours later you check, it's still not there. 2 hours later you check, it's still not there. During this time, Mum's had a crash. She's in hospital. You don't know. You can't get there. You've got no money. Now that little worry about your money not getting transferred is now 10 times more intense. The anxiety is more effective, more feeling it, more strength in it. Why? Because you've got 2 worries now. And it's only halfway through the day. And your money's still not being solved. And you've still not got the answer about if your mum's alright. Now you've got to get the school off your kids. And it looks like you're going to be late. And you've already had a warning off the school. Next time you're late, there could be consequences. So now you've got another worry that you can't fix until you've picked your kids up, which is fucking an hour away. Your anxiety's getting worse. And this is just a day. And hopefully in that day, you will have solved your first worry of your money. Now your money's sorted out. Not worrying on that now. Now your mum just had a fall. She was fucking fantastic. She just couldn't get in touch with her. No worry off that now. Less anxiety. Less feelings off it. Last one of the day. Getting the kids from school. Kids from school. You haven't even got to worry about the fucking dinner. Why? Because you're getting fish and chips from the chippy. Happy days. And that's the point I'm making. It's the worry. And if you've got the same worry every day, you're substantiating it. You're making it worse. It's like the seed I keep on telling you about. If you plant a seed of worry and water it all fucking day, what's it gonna do to you? It's going to get bigger. It's going to get more awful. It's going to get deeper rooted, isn't it? It's going to affect you 10 times worse. Believe in yourself, mate. Believe in yourself. Go in and work on it. Stop worrying about shit that's not in your control. As a young man, or if you're there, as a young man or as a young lad, a man, old man, doesn't matter. You know, you've got a lot of things you need to start focusing on. And all this shit, distractions that's worrying you. You're worried about how, if Liverpool's going to win tonight. You're worried about it. Look. Every 2 hours you're saying to me, oh, hope we fucking win tonight. Oh, we win tonight. Have you put a bet on it? No. But you're still going like you've got something mad important on this. It's a football game. You're worrying like a cunt about it. This is hindering you. It's fucking you up. Worrying about a football game is harming your insides, like, honest. Think about it, right? You know, when you're stuck in the space of football, have you seen how in control of your emotions it is? Even if it's only for 90 minutes. Half of you are crashing out lately off the football, aren't you? Short circuiting, leaving matches 10 minutes before and that, because you can't handle the emotional fucking turmoil off it. You don't realise you're crashing out, do you? Mental fatigue, that. Emotional fatigue, mate. Just going, fuck it, I've had enough. Imagine you doing that in your house, like, with your bird and your kids. Fuck yes, I've had enough, I'm going out. Madness, innit? Here for a boutique. So I know I've been screaming at you again about worrying. But honest, there's fuck all to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. Honestly, just sit down a little minute. When you get a chance for yourself, sit there for a little sec. Think about you, where you sat, what you're surrounded by, and where you're from. And then think about the risks to you, where you sat, from what you're surrounded by, and where you're from. Honest, you'll be less worried. Why? Because there's fuck all harm in you really. Instead of you starting here and looking out, you're looking here in. That's why you're worried. You're looking at all the shit that's going on out here, bringing it in. It's worrying the fucking life out of you. If you look inside and then look out, look what you're surrounded by, look who you're surrounded by, and then work out what the fuck are you worried about. You worry about money? Well, that's just stupid, isn't it? Why? You're going on like you don't get enough money to have a decent little life, but you do, you're just overspending. So instead of worrying about the lack of money, worry about what the fuck you're doing with your money. Stop yourself worrying. How are you, Paul? Are you good? How are you, Snoop? Nice one, Grace. Becoming a team member. Believe in yourself. You believe in one another. You believe in one another. You can believe in others. If you believe in yourself, you can believe in your other. There's two of you like there's two of me. Isn't it? So you got the inner me and the outer me. You got the introvert and you got the extrovert. In, out. Here's me, this image, this picture. Blue, black, white. Inside you haven't got a fucking clue what the picture looks like, do you? No idea at all, have you? Out here you've got a voice. In there you've got a voice, haven't you? Out here you've got an eye. In there you've got an eye, haven't you? Out here you've got a universe. In there you've got a universe, haven't you? Duality of life. No. Everything's got a negative and a positive. Everything receives and gives. What goes in can come out. That's what it is, Gracie P, duality. Duality, when two come together, like a jewel. Synchronicity. Do you know what synchronicity is? When things align in one move. What does duality mean in simple terms? Duality is the state of having two parts or aspects, especially when they are opposite or contrasting, such as the duality of human nature having both good and evil aspects. It can also refer to two different yet complementary concepts, like wave-particle duality in physics, or a situation with two conflicting ideas existing at the same time. That's duality in the materialistic world. This is what it looks like in the spiritual world. In spirituality, duality is the perceived separation between things such as the self and others. So basically what I was saying, wasn't it? Oneself and other. The perceived separation between things such as the self and others, or mind and body, which obscures the underlying unity of reality. It is the delusion that differences and divisions are ultimate. Well, it is the delusion that differences and divisions are ultimate. So it's a delusion that you've only got the left or the fucking right, isn't it? Creating the illusion of a separate self and a distinct outside world. That's what I do. Spiritual paths often seek to transcend this perceived separation to realise that all existence is fundamentally interconnected and part of a single, indivisible consciousness and divine energy. Is that doing your head in? Like it's an earring? So that's the duality I'm referring to, basically. Most things you hear me referring to when it comes to like duality and empathy, it's all internal, isn't it? Yeah, there's an external version of it, but I'm always referring, like, you heard the external of duality, didn't you? How much bullshit was that? You know what I mean? And then you get to the fucking spiritual aspect of it, and it makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? But what if I read it properly for you? Would you understand it better? Because I never stopped, did I? Just... Yes, good to you there. In spirituality, duality is the perceived separation between things, such as the self and others, or mind and body, which obscures the underlying unity of reality. It is the delusion that differences and divisions are ultimate, creating illusion of a separate self and a distinct outside world. Spiritual paths often seek to transcend this perceived separation to realise that all existence is fundamentally interconnected and part of a single, indivisible consciousness and divine energy. Perceived separation. Duality is based on the human experience of separateness, to me versus the you. Oh, the me to the you to the me. Or the mind versus the body. Illusion of difference. Spiritual traditions view this separation as a veil or illusion, like Maya, that prevents us from seeing the true nature of things, which is unity. That's mad, isn't it? Spiritual traditions view the separation as a veil or illusion, like Maya, that prevents us from seeing the true nature of things, which is unity. And we know that, don't we? What could solve all our problems, like unity? Higher self, the lower self. It can also describe the internal tension between one's spiritual, moral self and one's physical, lower nature. So that's the higher self and lower self. In there you're higher, out here you're lower, aren't you? The veil is already lifting right now. Sure it is, mate. Yes, Paula. So higher self, the lower self. So duality. It can also describe the internal tension between one's spiritual, moral self and one's physical, lower nature. So in there is the spiritual, out here is the physical. And if you're not in there, there's no higher you, is there? You're just low you, aren't you? What's this? Non-duality. You got beyond duality, non-duality. I see what this means. So it's got beyond duality, dash non-duality. So seeing unity. To move beyond duality is to achieve non-duality. This is sounding interesting. Recognising that everything is connected and part of the same unified field. But I'm liking that shout, non-duality. That's good, isn't it? So now, the way I think, duality, I've been thinking that for a long time. You know, you've got it in and out. Non-duality means there's no in and out, it's just one. I'd rather be just one, wouldn't you? Like, if I can have me outside like me inside, happy fucking days, mate. And I think if I start thinking that there's no separation, that's what'll happen, innit? Yes, Suzette. So I'm non-duality now. The next one after this is spiritual enlightenment. This realisation is often a goal in spiritual enlightenment, where the perceived boundaries between oneself and others, and between the individual and the divine, dissolve. Great. Great, man. So I've just become more connected. Like, so I'm at one with the universe. So I've always thought inside is where you connect to the universe. But that's saying there, non-duality means you're thinking past that level of thinking. Now you believe in you're fully connected to the universe. It's not the inside is, but the outside isn't. It's now everything is one. Practices to transcend duality. Practices such as self-inquiry, contemplation, and shifting one state of awareness can help in realising non-duality. Please don't start hugging tree, fellas. I don't smoke DMT to get to them higher levels of conscious being. I've had the same experience as them dickheads smoke a pipe to get without it. But that's good, that, you know, practices to transcend duality. So duality is a level of thinking, and to get past that level of thinking, you've got to go to non-duality. And without me understanding it, but what I've just read, I've been practicing this anyway. So without me wanting to, I have been going past duality anyway, and coming to non-duality anyway. Probably would have took me another month or two if he hadn't have stepped onto this, because I'm speaking to you and went, do you reckon that was meant? You never know. Did I get led to that information to make this little hurdle a lot easier for me? It's what it seems like to me. And everything's how you take it. Everything's how you take it. So if you've got this gang of rats jumping in your face all of a sudden, how are you taking that, lad? How are you going to take it? Are you going to take it like a gang of fucking helmets that can be ignored and laughed at and walked away? Or are you going to take it as disrespect? Are you going to take it like they need to be taught a lesson? You know, how are you taking it, mate? Should you be taking it? If you shouldn't be taking it, how are you going to respond to what you're taking? Are you going to end up on the ground? Are you going to end up worse off if you respond to what you're taking at the moment? Is it worth taking the risk for what you're taking at the moment? Everything you're taking's got a side effect to it, hasn't it? Whether you're taking verbal abuse, whether you're taking fucking drugs. How are you, Tommen? Non-duality there. So here's non-duality. Seeing unity. I can see unity. But you can never see unity if it's duality. Why? Because there's always us and them, or him and that. Like I was saying to you before, you've always... That was a prime way of me thinking earlier on when I was saying to you, you've always got this with this. It's not just like the worry and the fear. So look, prime example of the way I was thinking, duality. So earlier on I was speaking about worry and fear, wasn't I? And I was saying the worry is what's controlling you. Through the worry generates fear. Now that's a duality there. Instead of me saying that's non-duality, that's unity. The worry and the fear is one. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like saying the worry, the fear and the reaction is all one. Whereas when you're looking at it in a duality sense, the worry will be one, the fear will be one, and the reaction will be one. But with non-duality, in unity, it's all three. One consciousness. Suppose it could be that. That's what it is, look. To move beyond duality is to achieve non-duality, recognising that everything is connected and part of the same unified field. Great. Spiritual enlightenment. This realisation is often a goal in spiritual enlightenment, where the perceived boundaries between oneself and others and between the individual and the divine dissolve. Spiritual enlightenment. Remove any layers between you and the divine. Why? Because you're not thinking duality now, are you? So, if I'm thinking unity, it means We are all the divine. So I've always separated myself from the divine. When this is saying there is no separation. You are one. So I am a divine spirit. What are you? Are you just as empty as this orange? Are you just a vessel with a bit of metal in? Yes, better be becoming a team member. So practices to descend duality. So if you want to get past thinking duality and you want to start thinking unity. I've been stuck there for months. Haven't I? You've heard me repeating like certain things in the last 2 months, like I've been stuck there. And now I've read this, it's like it's helped me get past that fucking obstacle, if you like. How are you, Claire? Nice one, just a Liverpool lad. Charlie now. Practicing non-duality has saved my mental health, says Charlie. Good. Practices such as self-inquiry, contemplation, and shifting one's state of awareness can help in realising non-duality. So what do I tell you to do all the time, La? Go in on yourself. Why? Because when you go in on yourself, it's self-inquiry, it's self-assessment. You're going in, you're seeing if there's any corners being turned or cut off there. So you go in with a self-inquiry, you're going in to inquire on what the fuck is going on within yourself. You contemplate, you do that contemplation within, don't you? To shift the way you're thinking, you've got to start inside to correct how you fucking think, to correct how you feel. And when you do that, it brings you into a state of unity. And that's where the real shit happens, isn't it? I'm happy to be here. I've been working towards it anyway. Just give me a little kick up the bum there. I've been screaming unity for I don't know how many fucking months now. Good 3-4 months. Well, for years, but more intense the last 3 or 4 months. So now I know why. And I've been telling you in like non-factual terms, haven't I?